Hey everybody, we are actually in the eye wall of a slightly stronger Ada. It is unbelievable. Whipping here.
This old job is always causing stress.
I'm tucking the truck here.
All I ever do is work. I don't get no rest.
Man, I got some video
First
footage.
night is on the way.
Crazy. Let me see if I can get outside.
Down in trouble water.
You just wouldn't believe how much rock in the truck is. Oh shit.
Oh, me drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away.
We're in the eye of Ada here in Key Largo.
Among my friends.
Tremendous
I
amount
swear the page goes live.
coming in. Currently, I'm semi-protected here by my truck, so no worries. But semi-protected. I don't want to get the camera wet, and the trees beside me are completely sideways. I'm not sure what the gusts are, but definitely this is the tropical storm. I think we're seeing a little higher gusts. I got the back turned right now and trying to keep the camera from getting wet. We're in Key Largo. We're in the eye of Ada.
Hey, good morning, everybody. What's up? I was reliving my moments down there in Key Largo. It was quite adventurous. I wasn't being dramatic. That was definitely some pretty strong winds we had blowing in the wind. Right? What's up? All right, camera's working. How about that? I combed my hair. Good morning, world. We are streaming live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Good morning, Chris. Double Chris. Gypsy, what's up? What's up, Joel Harrison? That was wild. Ada chased me home, by the way. We got YouTube working today. Yeah, we do. All right, John Ferguson, good morning. We got Richard Reamer over there. Dad Man, Jeremy, what's up? Coneheads. Good morning, Tammy from home at Sasa. That's where close to the mermaids. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, William. What's up? Harold from Idaho. It is May. Welcome, May. I can't believe it. Where in the heck does the time go? It's May. Some of you might be just tuning in. Listen, we've been streaming live all winter long. We stream live on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. In a couple weeks, we'll be going back to our daily lives, and then when there's Tropics, we will go a little bit more. Part of our Brew Crew perks for supporting our page, Shelly put together a nice Google Calendar that you can set reminders, and those are pretty handy. If you've ever used Google Calendars, it'll warn you when we're about to go live. Like, stay off the computer. So today's all about Hunter. As you know, Friday he was not on our little Brew Crew or our Daily Brew show, because he got chopped. He's no longer able to reproduce. I gotta be careful what I say. But he did great. We're giving him his medicine. We're making sure that he is keeping his cone on when we're away from him. And we missed you, buddy. We did. I know he's a little groggy right now because he took some Benadryl this morning. But yeah, he's doing good. Right, buddy? He did good. Louis missed him a lot, so Hunter's doing good. Right. So we are 1 month away from hurricane season. The National Hurricane Center has been putting out daily 7 days of hurricane preparedness this week. There was one yesterday. I think today is the evacuation link. I'll share it. But every day they put together a nice little packet on some hurricane information since we are in countdown mode. And there is a little bit of tropics to talk about. Neutered. The cone of shame. June. Sonny, he does snore a lot. He is a snorter. So we are 1 month away. Found this picture. Wanted to share. This is our good buddies, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, located in Florida. They shared this photo years ago. This was during Irma, 2000. I don't know what storm was this for. Maybe it was Dorian. 19. I thought this was during Irma. Or it might be an old picture. I don't know. Anyway, if you live in Florida, give them a big shout and support them. They're big supporters of our page. We love them to death. The whole management down there loves being part of our crazy page we are. I got to be careful saying our logo. Might get in trouble. I can't believe it. But big shout out to ABC. We love you guys. Thanks so much for your support. For sure. So, hey, check this out. So, this is what we're going to start seeing May 15th. All right. A lot of people ask me, I thought they were moving the season up. They are not moving the season up. They are, however, these maps will be updated on May 15th, daily. So we're going to start seeing it. I'm going to put Hunter down. Go see your brother, buddy. So he's all good. He's a good boy. Maybe we can just have him do the show. I'll just sit behind him like this. So he can point. Say, see over here. We got the radar right above me, right up here. Storms are brewing in middle parts of the U.S. What do you think? All right, we'll see. We'll show Louie on Wednesday. Go see your brother now. Good boy. Yeah, they might have been during Dorian. Might have been. I don't know. I thought I took it during Irma, but who knows? They all blend together eventually. So this map here, Eastern time zone, but these maps get updated at 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock every day. So when you take your afternoon naps, wink, wink. Make sure you get up by 1:30, 1:45 because you'll see a new 2 p.m. Update from the NHC. Believe it or not, if I do take a nap, I take my naps around the 12Z model runs and the NHC updates at 2 o'clock. So the season officially starts June the 1st, but these will get updated here in just, 13 days, May 15th. So May 15th, we start to see these every 6 hours, May. Sorry about that. So there you go. That's a little tropical tidbit. All right, so what else did I share today? Let me show you this. This is a great graphic. This one here is from the Weather Channel. They put it together. Now, listen, I had some people think that it was fictitious because I said this was from the Weather Channel. No, they just plotted the data. So, naps are good, Gypsy. What's up, David Berryhill? Yep. Cottondale, I know where that's at, Renee. Jamie, good morning. Scott, what's up? Over on YouTube. Cottondale, I think I know where that's at. I think I drove through it. But anyway, these are all the spots that have been May formations through the last 100. Oh, no, this is through 1950, actually. So this is a cool graphic. This is from 1950 to 2021. What I like about this one is it includes the last 7 years. Because the last 7 years, we've had a named system in May. We are in May. Will the trend continue? Last 7 years, we've had a system before June 1st. Here's May. So, now. Great graphic. Thank you, Weather Channel, for putting that together because it has new data. But this is what I'm talking about right here. Look at this cluster of storms here. Now, we've talked a ton about down here. We're not going to talk about that today because we're actually starting to see signs that we could see a little East Coast tropical development. Can you believe it? Hey, Gail, good morning. Have a meal. What's up? Brad, thank you very much for that. Hilton Head, buddy. What's up, Doug Federman? It's real, Diana. Yep. So, Mark, yeah, it could be busy. All right, so listen, this is what we're going to talk about tropics, and we'll talk about weather. So there is strong storms brewing middle part of the U.S. today. Man, what about that tornado footage that Reed Timmer took last week? Did you see it through Kansas? Holy cow! It's just amazing. I don't know if you saw it or not. It was quite the shot. So they got that burned. We're going to talk tropics right now, though. Tropics. Hey, next week, by the way, check it out. Hey, Dylan Hubbard, what's up, buddy? If you're ever down at John's Pass, make sure you go see Hubbard's Marina down there. Because if you're just too busy to go see Dylan, you're just too busy. Hey, so listen, next week, May 12th. I can't believe it. Oh, no. 2 weeks, May 12th. That's 10 days from now. Oh, thought it was next week. Oh, it is next week. Crap. So next week, I'll be down at the Governor's Hurricane Conference down in West Palm Beach. So I know we got a lot of fans asking me if we're going to be down there. It's a huge hurricane conference, one of the biggest. And I'll be down there Thursday. So if you're down there, stop by, say hi. Yeah, we'll be getting that awesome award that our buddy Kitchen nominated me for, and I'm very thankful for that. So we'll be getting the 2021 Tropical Meteorology Award. The only civilian that I can tell in the last 10 so years that won the award. So that's great company to have a Tropical Meteorology Award when so many fine folks from the National Weather Service, state meteorologists have won it in the past. So there you go. That's what will be next week. So there'll probably be no live Thursday. That's right. They'll be live Wednesday, though. All right, so this is the spot we're watching right here. Look at that. Climatology says this spot. Why is that? Because you have fronts that come down. Cold fronts come down. Cold fronts end up hanging out. And when they hang out over hot water, it means that they could spawn into storms. That's how we get early season systems. The water is getting hot. Bubble, 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 bubble. Warm Gulf Stream, warm waters, warm water. Waters are warming up quite quickly. Here's a great graphic from our buddy Mike Clay. I saw him on our ship last month. But there's the water. Look, 78 degrees. They say 80 degrees is the magic number, kind of like Craftmatic adjustable beds. But we're seeing 78 off the coast here. So the Gulf Stream's pumping in some warm water, getting warm enough for tropical. So that's what we're going to be watching next week. Let me show you now what we're talking about. So there's all the Caribbean heating up. I shared a lot last week, but the anomaly map here for April, the first 3 weeks of April, from first week of April to end of April, that this water increased incredible, 3 to 4, almost 5 degrees Celsius increase the month of April. Not that it's alarming. It's just the waters are getting hotter, and hot water means storm. So let me show you some tropical models. This is what we're all about, man. This is the time of year that we go to Levi's site. Now I have a bazillion websites that we use for tropical models. A bazillion plus one. Bubbling moisty spinach. That's right, Dylan. Man, I still watch our old video, man. I don't want to say how heavy I am. I know you're a big old boy, but having the docks lift up under our feet during Ada and seeing two, I guess we're grown men now. Two grown men run like little babies off the dock 100 miles an hour. Like, it's like we were on our tippy toes because we didn't know what to do. We're like, and so we were on the dock during a huge wave when the surge was coming up down at Hubbard's Marina, and we ran like ballet dancers on our tippy toes. What not to do during our tropical system is be on a dock when the water's over top of it, because the wood comes up very easy. All right, Dylan, I'm not quite there yet. If I stop drinking beer, I'll be a little lower. All right, so we're going to go to tropical activity. So seriously, so will we get our first system? I thought last week we were going to get our first system. Really surprised they didn't mark the area. It looked like a duck, quack like a duck, walk like a duck. It was in the middle of Atlantic. We were watching that area. We were watching an old frontal boundary here. Still lingering juices down here. This is what we were saying. Anything that could try to start up usually is from this old frontal line right here. Not really showing it yet. There's a lot of shear down there. A lot of times this crosses over Central America. But This is where we could get our first storm, and that would be Alex with an X. Names for this season, we have Alex, Bonnie, Colin, Danielle, Earl, Fiona, Gaston, Hermine, Ian, Julia, Carl, Lisa, Martin, Nicole, Owen, Paula, Richard, Sherry, Tobias, Virginie, and Walter. A lot of cool names. Sarah will be excited about Walter because she was a big Muppets fan, so she loves Walter. Wasn't Walter part of the Muppets, I think? So, Alex. All right, so tropical tidbits. This is where we go. So let's zoom in on tropical tidbits. So we got a little interesting consistency here going on with the models. Now, I jokingly shared the 384 run last night on Twitter, and I actually had people say I was irresponsible. Eric, 81. Eric, what's going on with our Rays, buddy? Man, don't know what's going on. Time to buy those hurricane snacks, Tiffany. Yep. I still got some left over from my Ida trip, ready to go storm chasing. All right, so here's what we're watching. So basically what we're watching is going to be this little area right here. This is the area right here. Historically, that's where we watch, right? Historically, this is where we watch. And this is what we got. I was surprised this morning to see model consistency. All right, so let's just take a look. 10 days out. Let's go to Euro. 10 days out. I don't like to go past 10 days. We go 10 days. And, oh, that's 60. Didn't go out that far. Here's the 10 day. So there you go. All right. So what does that mean? Well, first off, 99.9999999% of your early season systems are either subtropical, tropical, very, very weak as far as winds go. Now, if they parked over top of you, you could have a lot of rain, yes. But as far as like Cat 4, Cat 5, almost impossible early in the season. So not hyping anything. But this is what the Euro is showing. So we got a little low pressure system now. We got high pressure blocking it. So it has a few days to kind of meander out here, right? This is next Tuesday, so it's about a week away. And you just see a little low pressure. Nothing to freak out about. But hey, there you go. Euro's showing it. It's been showing it. Now, what's interesting, all the models are showing it. Here's the Canadian model. Same system, right? A little bit of low pressure from an old front comes off. Gets blocked. See, when I say blocked, we got this big high pressure system that's just like a big old kidney bean there. High pressure just blocking it. So that area gets to sit out there. It's an old front. They call it decaying old front, like a dentist term. I hate that word, decay. But there's your CMC. And, tightens it up a little bit, kind of brings it back a little bit, which is interesting. Interesting. Close enough to the coast here. Definitely, kind of watching. 1,004 millibars, and isn't that strong. But, then we go to the Icon. I love the German model. The Icon showing kind of the same thing, This only goes out 180 days, so it's still not in that 240 window, but we're starting to see signs that there's that front, there's that low. And what the Icon is just hinting at is low pressure here. Doesn't go that far out yet, but if that high does indeed develop, then this little low pressure area will have a chance to kind of meander in this little spot. So the Icon's showing low pressure, and then of course we go to GFS, and let's go 10 days. And there you go. Very weak, off the coast. It's been consistent. Nothing to stress about, but we'll see. Not ready to bet at all yet, but hey, I like to point out areas to watch where we could see the first system. And looking at history, this was put out by Weather Channel. This is all the spots that have started in the past, so we'll keep an eye on it. Could be a nothing burger. It could skirt between the U.S. and Bermuda and not even affect anybody but the ships. So anyway, first season storm always gets a lot of media hype. Doesn't mean anything, I get it. Everybody gets somewhat excited. They're like, oh man, first season storm. It's ahead of the season starts June the 1st, and we're already seeing tropical development. Well, but again, we've had tropical systems each of the last 7 years, so it doesn't guarantee anything. It doesn't mean it's going to be a busy season, but it does mean that we'll get a lot of hype, and that'll get things going. So here's here's our SpaghettiO plot. We talk about SpaghettiOs. That's kind of rough this time of year, but 6Z isn't really all out there yet. But we're getting some signs of lowering pressure. So whatever. We'll just keep it at that. That's just a spot to watch. I'm not going to go any worse than that. Okay, but let's talk about the season, right? So last year, let me put up the map for today. This is important to show. I'll just leave this up while we chit-chat real quick. That's the weather outlook for today. Tulsa, Maine, Stillwater, a little bit north of Oklahoma City, but there you go. That's a little bit of Oklahoma, a little bit of north, Joplin, Fort Smith. I got buddies that live in Fort Smith. That's today. More storms. Publix. That's where my wife works. Hey, how about Publix stock flipped 5 to 1? 5 to 1. What's up, Chris? We shall see. Memorial weekend. God, a little too far right now. I would be very worrisome about going too far yet. Java chip Oreos. So I do have some trips planned this year, and the standing joke of our weather page is anytime I planned a camping trip in the last couple of years, we've had a storm. Unbelievable, right? I'll never forget going to Margaritaville and Lake Lanier, canceling that, and they ended up with I don't know if a straight line wind event or not, but they had damage, and that's right where we were going to be camping. I was like, oh my God. So anyway, we got trips planned in middle June. And I got a big softball nationals towards the end of July. Now, usually we go in a little lull in the month of July. Season always seems like it ramps up early with a couple of named storms in May, June, and everybody gets worked up, and then we get this lull, and everybody falls asleep, and they're like, oh, the season's a bust. And then August rolls around, and it kicks back up again. So we always get this. That's because very easy to figure that one out when you look at history. So we get a little peak sometimes here in June and July. That's because we get these leftover frontal boundaries, right? So yeah, we still get fronts in the end of May and early June, but July really doesn't have any fronts that come down. So tropical waves are what brews August, September, October. So in July, we don't really have any tropical waves. Everything would have to be more homegrown. And when you don't have that little kickstart like a frontal boundary or not, sometimes, you get a little more higher trade winds that time of year too. You just don't really have what the tropics need to ignite. So sometimes July, everybody gets in a little lull because there's not. But once August rolls around, we start getting these tropical waves come across. That's when things get going. And I got all kinds of maps over here you can look at. But climatology says this. So here's July, starting to get a few random waves come across. But once we get into August, bam, that's when we really get these waves come across from Africa. So, and of course, there's the middle to end of August. September is obviously the peak. Middle August, things start slowing down in October. We start to get a lot more, homegrown systems in October now down in the Caribbean. Sometimes a weak wave will make it across and then get reignited. Little frontal boundary will help. We start to get fronts in October. Almost all storms in October eventually turn because they get picked up by a front. So that's why July sometimes is weak. Yeah. So I don't know what else I was getting at. So what's up, James Hoagie? How you doing? The good thing is when I take trips, though, I always have my laptop, and I'm glued to things 24/7. So I have a friend in MW, Arkansas. Cool, Janie Wells. Yeah, my buddy Brian Shoemate. Eric, I didn't see that post. So Eric is asking if I saw Reed Timmer said the next 10 days could be the most potential he's ever seen. Well, this is, we're in that transitional stage. High pressure is building over the southeast right now, and we're just funneling in this boundaries And yeah, I mean, Tulsa, Joplin. I mean, these are the areas that, unfortunately, Wichita. A lot of hurricane, a lot of tornado history. So could be, man, the video he took was quite wild. We'll see what happens. All right, so today, here's what I'll talk about the high pressure system too. So here's 3 days down the road. Look, high pressure is locked in. And what this does, it just funnels all this fuel ahead of these storm potentials, middle part of U.S. So early season high pressure system building in. This is what will end up controlling the hurricane season, the strong Bermuda high pressure system. And all of our storms eventually will curve around this. Where they go, no one knows. It all depends on how strong this high pressure system is. But we're already starting to see the high pressure starting to build in early. So again, if you're just tuning in, tropics are less than 1 month away. National Hurricane Center is putting out some great information this week. They started yesterday, 7 days of hurricane preparedness. And I'll be resharing that obviously too. Here's our high pressure kind of showing up over the Atlantic. Boom, I like this map here. You really see it there, but there it is. So you got low, high, and we have the clash of high pressure and low pressure. Storms, though. Let's look at the storms. All right, so Eric brought up a good point. Here's what we got. We got a big hatched area today, unfortunately. Red. Very rare. So here is your hatched area for today. Now, hatched areas usually mean the chances for EF2 or greater tornadoes. So there you go. A little red area in northern Oklahoma. Is where they're expecting this clash to occur later this afternoon. But we got a 10%, 15%. So tornadoes are very likely today. Unfortunately, strong ones. That's what you'll be watching later on. Now, a little bit of storm action here across the eastern seaboard. That's because if you look at radar right now, we can see a little bit of energy out there still from this lingering front from the other day. I'll just go back to windy here and show you it from right there. This is so we got a little bit of storm chances along the east coast today from this clashing boundary here. So they got a dark green up here. Maybe later today some storms will develop. But as far as tomorrow goes, let's take a look at day 2. So day 2, that same system we're watching in Texas today ends up sliding itself over a little bit more. Ohio Valley. Could be a little tornado chances. They're not really talking a lot about tornadoes tomorrow. Mainly wind, some hail, isolated tornado chance. This is our system pulling out. But then on Wednesday, we have another reformation of another line. This one's already looking intense. Same areas as today. So I posted early this morning, BOGO. We always use the word BOGO. Everything seems like it happens in pairs. So some of the same areas today that are being watched are going to be again on Wednesday. But really what's interesting is day 4, we already getting a 30%. Now this is a long-range map from the Storm Prediction Center. They very rarely put out a 30% watch area 4 days out plus. So they are already showing 30%. Over that's Mississippi right there. So that's going to be watched for Thursday. And that one could be pretty bad too. So the next system, Wednesday, Thursday, is really starting to brew. And we could have some big tornadoes to watch for. So we got a lot more people watching. This is getting a little more closer to the Gulf Coast, dipping down in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama on Thursday. So we'll have to watch for that. For sure. So there you go. Today, what else we got going? Had a great time yesterday, by the way. We went to the USF softball game. A lot of fun. Met some fans there. With the Rays game on Saturday night. And our Eastlake Eagles are starting district championships tomorrow night. So go Eastlake. Very important game. Hopefully we can win it. Keep things rolling along. All right, so what else can we talk about? So I rambled on a lot. So Shelly's got some exciting news tomorrow for our Brew Crew members. We got special little announcement. Give it to you guys first. So make sure you check the board tomorrow. And then I got the radar above me, by the way. You can start to see these storm clouds really brewing there in Texas north throughout the day today. We can look at radar today. Let's just look at, we can look at a few things here. Let's take a look at, let's go to Levi's site. We can take a look at the latest NAM. This one will give us a good idea. The storms today, you just get a good idea what's going on. And then as far as the southeast, this is for our southeast friends. Then we're going to get a little more in depth with radar. But so our system we're watching on Wednesday and Thursday right here. This is what we're watching. This is the storms on Thursday. So Wednesday, Thursday, middle part of U.S. But then we'll see it doesn't really make its way down. And there's that, so the midweek system is what kind of starts to bring our low pressure system here off of the Gulf Stream. And I always hit the sounding button. So there's our potential tropical next week we're going to be watching. And that's basically coming from our system that's going to be starting here Wednesday, Thursday. So this is Thursday right here into Friday. And doesn't really make its way down through Florida. So I think Florida's pretty locked in. I think we've had unbelievable rain here on the Florida West Coast the last 3 days. It's been unbelievable. The storms aren't moving much, and they just dump inches of rain. Hail was reported yesterday in Palm Harbor, parts of Pasco County, and that's kind of our summertime pattern. We're not getting a lot of sea breeze clashes yet to really move these storms out of the way. So we kind of got the same thing today. But man, Florida, we got at least like 4 inches one day here in Oldsmar. It was incredible. So I know a lot of people watching in Florida, but here's what we got today. Almost a repeat of everything. A little less juice in the atmosphere today. So as always, we start off at noontime with some random showers down the Everglades on both sides of the coast, South Florida. But then daytime heating comes up. They start to get going again today. Here we go. South Florida brewing. And right along Central Florida westward, we're starting to see these a little bit of clash today. Maybe not even making the coast today. A little more central today so far showing. So it does have a little sea breeze effect today. But there you go. So that's Florida today. Storms down south through the early part of the afternoon. And then we get that classic boundary here across the whole peninsula. This is afternoon into the evening. So the coastal areas might be okay tonight. They might be more centralized. I know they've been hanging out on the west coast the last few days. Tremendous amount of rain. That's right, Hannah G. What's up? Yep, Fort Myers had a tornado confirmed, I believe it was. Let's take a look if they ever did confirm it. Sometimes it's hard to really jump out until they confirm it. Let's take a looky here. Was it yesterday? No, they didn't really confirm it yet. Oh, there it is. So there it is down there. This was on the 29th. And what did they say? Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. All right, so Florida, there you go. Brief tornado near Winkler Road and Gladius Drive in Fort Myers. So there you go. It's like Florida's like, hey, look. Got a tornado, and the Midwest is like, hold my beer, because they had 21 tornadoes. We had 1. Florida just wanted to, and then the next day, look, we had a wind report, almost the same exact area. The next day, hail and wind. Then yesterday, I don't know if the reports are coming in yet. Some more wind. So, yes, not here on the East Coast. Hey, James. No, yeah, Michelle Miller, you're correct. I did see video of Puerto Rico had a tornado yesterday, which has got to be kind of rare, I would think, down there, for sure. So things are definitely juicing up here along the monsoon trough. This is a little low right now. This will end up, well, it's kind of left over from that frontal line. You can see it right there. So they did have a little leftover energy from that frontal line. And what's cool about this map, we can go to Goes East here. Let's take a look at this. We could go here. We can zoom in. And we can go back and look at the last 240. I don't know how far away this was, but anyway, we'll see. It's going to load everything up now. This is the 30th of April. So there you go. This is through yesterday. Look at that. You can see where the storms erupted over Puerto Rico. This is May 1st. This was yesterday. This is last night. That's a lot of frames, but there you go. So once it starts off again, let's see. All right, so this is overnight. This is going into tomorrow, or yesterday, and there's those storms erupt over Puerto Rico. So a lot of updrafts and convection. You can definitely see it down here. This is really we've got some bubbling going on out southeast of Jamaica. That sucker really got some blow up yesterday. Watch this. Boom, look at this. Watch this little area really funnel in here south of Hispaniola. This is just an old frontal boundary. A lot of shear attached to this kind of stuff. Look at these. So you can tell the shear. Just watch these upper level clouds right here. I mean, it was blowing. Tremendous amount of shear. And you can confirm that by a few different maps. Current upper level winds. This is a good one. I haven't used this in a while. Kind of hard to see, but definitely gets the point across. There's your jet stream winds, the blue mid-level winds. We can also look at Levi's site. Just take a quickie looky at 200, 800 wind shear, and that's just all wind shear, combine all the layers of the atmosphere. So tremendous amount of wind shear. And you can always look at the wind barbs. They're all pointing that direction, which is what we saw with the clouds. You can't do red there. You can't see my red. You change color. All right, let's see that map up and see what everybody's talking about. So again, the NHC is doing 7 days of hurricane preparedness today. I've been trying to tease a little more hurricane links here and there. I thought it was interesting yesterday. Let's see if I can find it. The New Orleans Natural Weather Service of New Orleans. Is it New Orleans? I don't know. How do you say New Orleans? Let me pull up. See if I can find it over here. I got to do a search. Oh, where was it? I don't even remember now where the heck it was. I'll have to see here. Oh, it was the New Orleans NWS. Maybe that was it right here. Yeah. There we go. That's what I want to show you. I'll leave this up here real quick. So there is Mike Soul. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, 4 to 7 inches, man. The side of my yard looks like a river. It was terrible. You know what we got cooking over here too, man? We got flocks of peacocks that have taken over our house. We had 10 of them crossing in the backyard. Let me show you a quick video real quick. It was quite incredible, actually. Let's see. Peacocks. I got another, let's see here. Oh, I got a bunch of USF pictures. Jeez. You ever look at all the damn videos you end up with on your phone sometimes? It's crazy. Man. Come on. Where's it at? Oh, there they are. Okay. So here's the peacocks crossing our back. Let's see them all. This is awesome. I don't know. Peacocks. The littlest things turn me on. Or make me excited. James Van Fleet, what's up? Who said that? Good morning there, Jill Marie. Good morning, Mary Chapman. How's it going? Hold my beer, Tiffany. Smart spinning iguanas. Hurricane prediction, Lorna. Hey, we talked a bunch about that. It's, but seriously, hurricane forecasts are above average. Very, very confident in that as far as the reasoning. They're predicting a higher than average season. Basically, warmer water and La Nina is to blame. So add those two things in, and they're expecting above average. But last year was the third most active season ever. 21 systems last year. And everybody thinks it was a dead year because we only had Ida. So it only takes one. If you're not affected, it seems like a dead season. So don't get wrapped up in all the named storms like last season. If it was dead and we only had a couple affect land, we still had 21 storms. So if 21 storms, none of them hit anybody, then it's a win, right? We could have one storm, Category 5, and that would make a season. So, hey, we got someone from Maryland. What's up, David Welburn? How's it going? Peacocks are cool. I love the way they... Good morning, Wendy. They're very loud, Chris Roth. Heck yeah, they're loud. I thought my limpkin was loud. My buddy Shay Gibson and I used to joke about I had a limpkin that was living on our lake, and it was loud. We had a neighbor move in, and he was like, "What the heck is that bird?" And he was trying to get it with a water hose, and I just learned to live with it. It's like, so we were at Chili's last night. Imagine that, Julie and I, and there was a baby crying, and the waiter said something about it, and I'm like, when you have a kid, you don't hear that anymore. Like before kids, you would hear a screaming baby, and you would be shrieking inside, like, "Oh, get the kid out of here! Turn him off." And it's something weird happens when you have kids. All of a sudden, it almost makes you calm. Like, that's not our kid anymore. We don't have to worry about it. Let them stress about it. And I told him that last night. I'm like, I didn't even hear it. And when he pointed it out, it was pretty loud. But I got him immune to it. So, yeah. I don't know where the peacock's coming from. So anyway, hey, what's up, Greg Montgomery? My buddy, I haven't seen you in so long, man. Today is not the official start. Greg, you're 1 month off, man. Go back to sleep. Greg's with Furman Power Equipment, and he's a good friend of mine now. And a big supporter of our page. He's been here for a long time. But I know, Greg, the season starts officially June 1st, but we got a little Tropic brewing maybe off the East Coast next week. Maybe nothing to worry about, but then the season starts getting updates May 15th. May 15th, we started getting our daily updates. So yeah, so we had a great Oldsmar Hurricane Expo. Furman donated a generator for that, and a couple won it that were good fans of our page. So it was a home run, local couple that was looking for a generator. They got a generator thanks to Furman, and they had a couple stories to tell. They were so excited about getting it. They were worried about an oxygen machine and losing power. So it was really a good I was really happy for them, and the local fire department helped load it into their van. So that was great. It was great last week. Really enjoyed doing that. So here's the graphic I wanted to share with you, though, before we, I guess, sign off. We talked a lot today, or I've talked a lot today. It's weird. I don't like to talk a lot in person, but I can ramble on here all the time. So this is a graphic that National Weather Service out of New Orleans put out, and I'll find you the master one. I know where the master one's at. I'm going to reshare it. It is where the heck is it? Right here. It is a probability map of strikes. I'll just put this one up. This is a major hurricane. I don't want this one. I want hurricane. All right. It's kind of tricky. Let's go back to the this one. All right, so they said New Orleans area. What these colors mean. So the New Orleans area is red with a 7. So they're saying that hurricane return period is 7 to 11 years, basically Mississippi. This is covering the whole area. But hurricane return period is anywhere from 7 to 11 years on averages. That as they've seen over the past few years, they note hurricanes often occur in waves of active and inactive years. So what these numbers mean, it's kind cool. I mean, it's, let's bring up the bigger picture now. These are the amount of years that hurricanes could affect you. Now, I don't think these are direct landfalls. I think these are more like brushes the area specifically. But, look at South Texas. 13, 16, 16, 19 years. The red is 6 years for Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. West Palm Beach, 7, 7, 6. So obviously, this is the amount of years in between typical storms. And it really goes inside of impact areas. Here's Carolina. Outer Banks is the most frequent with 5. So every 5 years, you're likely to be affected by a hurricane every 5 years on average. Look at the Northeast, obviously 50 years for Maine, 18 for New Jersey, 19. So obviously, basically Florida, we got the Big Bend areas kind of covered. Storms don't typically turn like that. Typically, they come straight out of the Caribbean and turn this way. If you look at the map of the Caribbean with the Yucatan, storms really don't start here down in the Caribbean. They start, let's say, here. And October storms typically turn more. So, this is a little weirdness going on here. The Jacksonville, Savannah, Brunswick area, and the Big Bend area. Always fascinating to see. Most of these storms obviously curve, and you rarely get one of a direct hit this far north. That's because our high pressure systems never allow it. High pressure system usually will only allow our systems to come across like that because high pressure is locked in place. So it would take a really odd setup of a system, turning more into this area. Same thing with up here. Reason they don't get it, because the storms are on their way out. They're almost impossible to do that. Now, we had Sandy. Sandy was one of them deals that we had a high pressure. What the heck? I just saved the screenshot. I didn't want to do that. But Sandy was one of them weird deals where we had a high pressure system in place, and it came in and allowed our system to turn. And that's what I'm saying about a really odd setup where a high pressure would come in and basically, I'm getting all kinds of weird errors on this map. So anyway, it's a tricky map. Oh, why am I doing that? Okay, so now we're going to rewind it. So Sandy came in, and Sandy was doing this, but we had a high pressure coming across, and we had another high pressure out here. And this ended up blocking our system. Some of the models thought I was going to be able to escape that. Well, the high pressure beat it, and it had nowhere to go. So it turned because high pressure blocked its escape. So that's one of them weird paths. But unfortunately for New Orleans and our areas, that's been what we've been seeing the last few years for upper Gulf of Mexico. So anyway, anything else we can talk about? Why do they call us cone heads? Greg, I can't figure YouTube up. But I do have more action on TikTok. I'm getting a text from Emily. I need all you moms, maybe dads out there to confirm something with me. 16-year-old texts you, right? Is it ever like, hey, how's your day going? How you doing, Dad? No, it's because they want something. She goes, I know you're probably going to get mad at me for this being the first time texting you. That's what I just said. I don't want to show my phone number. She goes, I know you're probably going to be mad at me. This is being the first time that I text you, but I had FSA testing all morning. I know you have my apps turned off. Can I please have them back on? Because I have a big break now. So I'm a bad dad. I turn her apps off now when I think that she needs to do more homework. I hate the fact that the kids have their apps on in school. I just don't like it. I think, you know, they freaking have their heads down more than they do enjoy in real life. Bugs the heck out of me. So anyway, I just turn it back on. So anyway. What's my best TikTok? Oh, no, she said, I'm sorry. No, you don't have to be sorry, girl. Now I got her paranoid. It's okay. Hey, by the way, listen. Oh, so Greg, TikTok. I probably shouldn't. Well, no, actually, you know what? Let's look at them. I'm done talking weather, by the way. We've shared everything. So look at this one. This one had 66,000. That's pretty big for TikTok for me. And it was weather. So I did a hurricane forecast on TikTok. It went good. Very rookie-ish. I'm not wasting any time. I've noticed that I spend a lot of time doing graphics on there, and it doesn't seem it makes a difference. And then I did one with the dogs yesterday. I only had 300. So yeah, people like the weather on TikTok. That was my goal all along. I was like, God, I want to be able to be like, have my niche. So I know once the tropical season kicks in, that's pretty awesome numbers. I mean, so I'm digging it. You know, most of them, but up to that, I tried a lot of weird things. It's kind of my, sometimes escape from reality. But if you want to go on there, I got some crazy stuff on there. Here's one with Hunter. That's Hunter, by the way. So, okay, so maybe that might be my biggest one. No, actually, we had storms here not too long ago. This one had 149,000 strong storms for Florida. This one had 149,000. So that was my second biggest. So my second biggest is the hurricane outlook. So that was pretty cool. Anyway. The cone of confusion. That's right. Cone heads. So by the way, hey, David Berry, hope my day is going good. Oh, you're referring to Emily. Oh, and I didn't want to say she did win Player of the Week for our county. You know, she asked me. She was nominated earlier in the season for Pinellas County Player of the Week, but I didn't really feel like I should put it on any social pages because that's her thing, right? But she got nominated last week, and I firmly believe that she earned it for her hard work. It's had a lot of great plays, a lot of great hits, a lot of great moments, been working her tail off, so she got recognized. And so thank you all that voted. She, you've watched her through the years. The bear and the Popka, Jeffrey. No, I did not. I have to look for that. There are bears in Florida. Yeah, so she won. Thank you, guys. And the ones that have won it in the past, they're sharing it around the world. I mean, I know what's going on, but I didn't do it the first time. No softball highlights, David Berryhill. None. I did have a cool one, though. Let me see if I can find it. It's kind of cool, and then I guess we'll sign off. Hey, James, appreciate it. So, yeah, I don't know if my buddy Trent Hall's watching. We got a big game tomorrow night at Eastlake. You guys see me on ESPN yesterday? Oh, yeah, we got the NASCAR race, too, Joel. Yep, that's, noontime, Dover, Delaware. What the heck did they even attempt to try to start that for yesterday? But there's ugly old me yesterday. I had a couple people text me. They're like, hey, you're on TV. I'm like, I was just chilling out. I was Didn't everybody else is hiding? No, like I'm gonna sit down on the ground and watch the game. Where in the hell? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's the post trying to vote. But I'll show you this one. This might be the good one. This is a good little link, I think. Oh, I'm just gonna lose my chat now because I just signed out of. I just signed out of Facebook. But anyway, this is This is the video for you. Oh yeah, there you go. I can't turn it up too loud, I guess. But so I have all these cute videos of her. Look at that. That was her and Sarah playing, and all I'm doing is talking. This was one I did for Christmas a few years back. And it was cool because I can't even see me right there. But anyway, so I put this cool little video together, and then it shows her through the years. Look at that. So this is cute. This is her at 6, out in the outfield, pretending to pitch. 6 years old at Oldsmar Little League, and there she is at 7. So yeah, I just had all these memories. Look at there she is right here. And believe it or not, I had the weather page back then, and I've been showing Emily for years on the weather page. A lot of fans there she is at 7, her first pitch. I always show that one. So I have a pitch from her every year. 7 years old, 8 years old, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And here she is now, 16. That was 15 years old. That was last year. So yeah, good times. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that. So anyway, I appreciate y'all that helped her win it. She was really excited about it. And yeah, it's a memory for her. Means a lot to her. So only live once. Hey, look at that. Weather Channel is 40 years old. All right. So I rambled on enough. So we'll watch Tropics. So we got new models come out at noon. Check out the old Skyway. That sucker's looking good. Red. Kyle Busch. If any of you ever admit to me you're a Kyle Busch fan, we're going to have to ban you. Not seriously, but I'm not really a big Kyle Busch fan at all. So there's my buddy James Van Fleet. That's about it for weather news. We did have tragic news for the storm chasing community. There was 3 killed in an auto accident. They were students for meteorology. So if you follow the storm chaser world over on Twitter, there's a lot about that. That was a couple of days ago. So that's it. Let me check out the forecast. I love this new map that I found on this is the weather model site. This is a great map. I love this one. This is your percentage of precipitation today. I like this one a lot. This will tell you today. So here's your precipitation today. We'll zoom in on it a little bit more here for southeast, but there's basically a great map showing you, these are numbers showing you percentage of rain, and we actually have snow on the backside of this one system here, the plains, but there's a lot of rain for the northeast today. Look at that, Oregon, Washington, a little bit of Northern California, a lot of rain up that way. We got rain in the northeast, a little bit of rain across Florida. Now let's zoom into Florida a little bit since we have a lot of people watching down in Florida. Here's your daily rain for Florida today, the next 12 hours. So these are your percentages. So Tampa, yeah, see, and we already saw this, right? We kind of saw this earlier. See, 19, 19, 19, 19, 17, 17, 16. So we kind of saw this earlier today that this is going to be your main area for showers and storms today. Not so much along the coast. So if you have plans along the coast, maybe South Florida, Naples area, but coastal west central Florida, and of course the Panhandle, not a lot of rain along the coast. Most of the rain today will be concentrated middle part of the state. That's kind of neat. I haven't really learned yet how to really use it. So we'll just worry about today. I'll figure it out. Chris, oh my God, you and me think alike. How the heck can they sponsor that guy? See, I'm an Earnhardt fan. I don't think I ever heard Earnhardt whine. He said his opinion a lot, but he didn't whine. There's a big difference between whining and stating your opinion. Anyway. He just, Lori, I appreciate that. So yeah, hey, listen. So a couple things. So I've been. See you soon, Greg. Yeah, definitely. It was a sad story, and it was actually the storm chasers that were killed were even National Weather Service offices out there in the Midwest shared their story. So very reputable students, and sad, scary, sad. At least with hurricanes, they're a little slower pace. You kind of know they're coming. I don't really know much about chasing tornadoes. Chris, I love Kurt. Melissa, you got my vote. FSU, James, hey, I don't think she's D1. I mean, now, the only thing that's really starting to happen with her, she's becoming an amazing second baseman. And if she doesn't end up being a pitcher, she might sneak all of us and become a second baseman because she can hit. She's third. She's been constantly third and fourth on the team with the batting averages and RBIs, and made some great plays at second base this year. So, all right, anything else we can wrap it up? We've been an hour. Oh my goodness, Greg, man. So yeah, we'll be in touch soon. Hopefully, we'll see you on the cruise. That's going to be some big news coming soon. The second annual MWP cruise in March. There you go. All right. Well, let's root for the Rays. It's a late night Rays. They're playing out west. I think the game time is until like 9:30 tonight. So that's incredibly late. No beer news, Chris. I don't know if Big Storm's going to have time to make us another beer. The whole COVID thing and aluminum shortages is really kind of put a dent. No pun intended. Thank you, James Hoagie. Hope it's not Hoagie. I had a friend named Hoagie. But we'll see. We got some other things cooking though, for sure. All right, so Brew Crew members, appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Shelly going to be whipping out some news tomorrow. There's a newsletter coming that is amazing. I really love it. We're going to start doing that for the Brew Crew. It's going to have all your links to it so you can access the most important things. We have our Cat 5 subscribers that pay the most for our page. People always ask us how to support, so it's not about getting things, but, we like to throw perks and things that make it a value for you. And we appreciate it, obviously, because we do more perks, I think, than anybody combined. But anyway, so we have a new messaging service that we're pretty happy with so far, that you can sign up for, Cat 5 people. And we'll have that news soon, where you can get text alerts, which is really neat. So text alerts are going to be neat because you'll get instant notifications via your phone. So just another cool little perk. All right, so we will see y'all Wednesday. Not a lot of weather to talk about other than the middle part of the U.S. today. So I think I might get my hair cut, get that over with, because I gotta look decent next week for our little meeting down in West Palm Beach. So have a great day, everybody, and be safe out there. I know we got a lot of storms brewing, Oklahoma area, and then of course Wednesday into Thursday could even be bigger storms to worry about. That's again brewing middle part of the U.S. All right, so be good. Thanks for tuning in.